Hi everyone, this is day 8 and this is a little notebook or junk journal made from half-size cards. So you'll need some washi, you'll need some writing type of paper, whether it's grids or lines, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. And we've got our card, which I have cut in half, so you may already have a couple of halves. So we need 2 halves. I've just got my words and my couple of plant stickers there ready for decoration afterwards. Let's get started. Now on the handout sheet, which will be on the website, it does have to put them this way, and I've got an example that's this way, but for the make I want to do them this way because I've got a doily I want to put in the middle, and if we were doing it this way it just would cut off a bit too much of the doily. So let's start with this. So we're going to turn them upside down. We're going to leave a gap in the middle and we're going to be pasting this down so it'll hold them together and create a bit of a base. So half of a A4 should fit. So you can basically just put glue stick all over this and then put these down using either your lines or your grids. Now if you wanted to, I'm just paying attention to put a bit extra in the middle. You could, just to really make sure your edges go down, put some of the wet glue around the edge, because don't forget this has got that shiny backing. We kind of sometimes need a bit of help with it. Now I've turned these upside down, this one anyway, this side upside down from how I did it originally, because these were 2 sides like that. So in order not to have this being really obvious, I'm putting this one on that side and upside down. So I'm basically putting them with a gap in the middle. This is a front cover, that's a back cover, or vice versa. And the other thing that I like to do, because it doesn't need to have all of this around the edge, but I like having that rough sort of look because it's wet with the glue, so it rips and it doesn't rip like a solid line. So I like it like that. And even though there's a bit of glue on, once they're dried, they can go back in our scrap box. Okay. So this is going to be your cover of your little book. So I like to put a bit of washi tape down here. This one could be a bit too thick perhaps. So I think I'll do this one. You will have your own ideas and your own creative play, and that's perfectly fine and desirable, really. So here's our little book. What we want to do is start to build our pages now. So I have got another bit of writing paper for inside. And this is a raggedy book. This isn't meant to be all perfect and beautifully square. I love that. So that's going in. I'm just making it so as it's smaller than the cover. I'm folding in half. So like I said, I have got a doily, so I'm going to fold that in half. This will mean it's too big, so I am going to tear off the base. I'm going to leave the top bit because I like that curve. So here's another page, 2 pages. I've got a little bit of coffee filter paper that's got a bit of colour on it. I quite like that as well. We're just getting them so that they're all smaller, but not necessarily the perfect sort of absolutely perfect height for the top and the bottom. And all of these just go in my little fodder box. What else can we put in? We can put a little bit of page. Actually, get it. Just going to get it so the fold is like that. Maybe we'll have a tuck, and we have to make it smaller than the book. And maybe a bit of some of this. Love this packing paper. It's so good because if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. It's just so easy to tear apart. Sometimes you get the little edge, the serrated edge from the tear, and I love that. This one, so this one's got a little tuck, so we'll tuck it in. The tiniest little, tiny weenies. This one, let's make it even. And let's make this one have a little foot. So this one's got a tuck at the bottom. Make it about that big. It's a few pages. Envelopes are really good, so we can take off this messed up edge. So the envelope is probably, you need with these envelopes, you do need a bit above and a bit below to not encroach on the glassine at the back. So I don't think I would use that part, but I can use this part as a page like that. And what I would do is just make it short enough so I'm cutting off the base where it's joined, and it can become another piece that's a page, which has got some interesting bits that you can utilise with your drawing, your writing. Now, this for the front or this for the front? Kind of like, I always love to have a number, so I'm making this the front. This one might be interesting for the first page, or maybe no, I'll make the brown. Okay, so let's put the brown as the first page just to not have double of that. We got that. Then we could have a bit of colour. Little envelope. So I'm going to leave that postage paid there like that. The doily. And in the middle we'll put this that's got a little tuck spot. And this is how it's going to be, and we're going to bind it. You can do a sewing binding if you like. I'm going to use a little bit of string on this one. There are many ways that you can do this. You could use string or elastic in this particular style, because they're small enough you can do that. Either way, with string or elastic, you can actually get pages, more pages in and more pages out if you want to. So in this case, we could open it. You can slip that page out to work on it and then slip it back in. I'm not going to for now. I just want to show you my other example. This one I stitched on the machine, and this is the one I've done long ways. So I've stitched a spine and they're all stitched in. So I'd like to do a little bit of work on some of these. So this one needs, do all the gluing first, and then you have to let them dry first. That one's got glue, glue, a little bit of glue, a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. Let them dry. This one has got, this has got some tracing paper, dictionary page, just a bit of photocopy paper. This one's got these little tucks on a little tiny old book, the book I've been using for the masterboards. You could glue these before you actually stitch them in. There's no right or wrong about that. Okay, so all my pages and my little tucks are all now glued. These are such quick little easy books to do. So the other thing that I would do now that they're, before I begin working in, I can think, what do they need? This one I've already looked at and added some washi on, and I've probably can add a little bit here on the back as well. Just a little bit more interest. You could put some stamped something on with a title if you want, a date. This one definitely is a bit bare for a front cover, so I think I definitely want, where's something, what have I got here? This one a bit more different than what's already there. I'm just trying to use up some of these things that I got out. This one lends itself to the flowers a bit. There's some nice blank places where the flowers are going to show. Sometimes on these little things, they're not actually stamped out and you can't get them out. So you can cut them out or throw them out, up to you. Let's find some words. I love these little books. So let's put thrive on this one. That can be little thrive notes to self. Simplify. This herb. This herb's probably better on the longer one because it will take up more room. Just get out my little book. A nice fern might be nice there. These ferns, oh no, there's a little one. I was just going to say I need a little fern. That's a nice one. And if you go over the edge a bit, just snip it back. I'm leaving this because I really like it. I don't know that you need to do anything on the back. You can if you want, of course, but the back having, you might work through this and then the back has to have something significant that matches what you've put inside. Same with this one. So I'm going to say that this is the end of this prompt. However, I'm sure if you're enjoying yourself, you can come through and do some little tiny weeny stamped tags for the little pockets, whatever your heart desires. So that's day 8, and I will see you tomorrow for day 9. Bye for now.